This is a great movie. The Best Years of Our Lives from 1946. And good Lord, what a group. Directed by William Wyler, starring Myrna Loy, Frederick March, Dana Andrews, Virginia Mayo, Ray Collins, Hoagie Carmichael, Teresa Wright, Kathy O'Donnell, and Harold Russell. And the magic movie moment for me today is about, well, Kathy O'Donnell and Harold Russell. This is just after World War II. This is what this movie is about. And 3 returning servicemen. And that would be Frederick March, Dana Andrews, and Harold Russell. And it's about what they go through trying to get back to their real lives. And in those days, folks, well, no one really knew it. That, Frederick March and Dana Andrews weren't wounded. They had been wounded, but they were fine now. And we love seeing them get back into their lives. Oh, Virginia Mayo, good Lord, a wonderful actress and so gorgeous. She could play high and low parts. She could play a great aristocrat or comedic parts. She was wonderful in this. And the great Ray Collins. But Harold Russell was real in this movie. That is, he had just come home from serving in World War II in the Navy. And he lost both his hands and his arms up to the elbow in service, in battle. And he was, well, in those days, they just had those mechanical things they could put onto you that were strapped on like a gun holster. You had to strap them over your back, and they were, well, like belt loops. You had to cinch them on and wear them during the day and pick things up and learn how to to wear these things in 1946. And he came home, and see, before he went to war, he'd been engaged to his neighbor's daughter. And that's played by, her name in the movie is Wilma, and that's played by Kathy O'Donnell. And he's so embarrassed by the loss of his arms. Oh, he plays this part beautifully. He's so embarrassed that he doesn't even speak with or touch base with his fiancée, his girlfriend, his love. He just more or less ignores her, and it hurts her feelings terribly. And finally, she confronts him with it and says, she's very sweet, says, why are you being this way and acting this way? What about us? And he's just about to go to sleep. He's about to walk upstairs in his house there. And he says, you don't want to know, you can't marry someone like me. I don't have these arms. And she says, let me see, let me help. We can do anything together. And he says, no, you can't. And folks ultimately says, all right, come with me. Come upstairs, and I'll show you what it's like. And he does that. He gets into his pajamas, and then, you see, she has to go into the bedroom with him. He's got his single bed there, and he says to her, now you'll see what it's like. He takes off his bathrobe, and she's got to help him take the mechanical arms off. And he's assuming and he's hoping that, well, this will really gross her out, and she'll know that she could never see this every minute of every day. But that's not what happens. She sits him down on the bed and takes them off. And she takes the straps off, and she takes both of the units off and both of the mechanical arms, and just sets them gently down on top of his dresser, as she would have to do. And he's just looking at her do this, and he can't believe she is. And she leans him back into his bed and covers him. And he's got no arms now. And he says, see, this is how it'd be every night. And I can't even get out of bed. Once I get into the bed, that's it for me. And folks, she performs in the greatest way and says, as happened in real life, she says, you know what? This is fine. I love you and you love me, and we were meant to be together. And there's nothing here we can't do together. Nothing at all. And she leans him down and covers him, and then leans down and kisses him. And she says, I'll see you tomorrow, and smiles, and walks out, closing the bedroom door behind her. And folks, well, it's killing me now, because there's a shot of Harold right then, and playing Homer, and he is the actor, the real-life veteran, Harold Russell, is in bed, and he's thinking about what just happened, and his eyes fill with tears. He knows that he has, he's had two great gifts now. Gifts from above. He's survived, and he has his love, who still loves him. And his eyes fill, and he's so touched. It's a great, great scene. And by the way, Harold Russell won 2 Academy Awards that year. One for playing this part, and one for playing the type of part that could really help and affect all the other wounded veterans who had come home to America and were living the same way. And folks, it's terrific. This movie, The Best Years of Our Lives, please see it. It's wonderful in every way. And there are so many, the storyline is fabulous. But I'll tell you what, Harold Russell winning back his girlfriend's heart and giving his heart to her is one of the greatest magic movie moments I've ever seen, and I hope you'll agree. That's the one this week for me, The Best Years of Our Lives, from 1946, directed by William Wyler, starring Myrna Loy, Frederick March, Dana Andrews, Virginia Mayo, Ray Collins, Hoagie Carmichael, Teresa Wright, Kathy O'Donnell, and the great Harold Russell. Please see it if you never have.